And welcome back, everybody, to a very special broadcast here. Welcome back to Rak'Shir Team League Season 1, Division 1, week number 5. I'm, of course, your host, Light VIP, and with me is the casting jersey herself. Welcome, Kuro.
Hello. Long time no here.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. We were supposed to actually be live here with a broadcast yesterday, but things didn't happen. Things didn't really happen. Genesis Gaming actually gave us the walkover, so we continue our run here in our Team League match this week against License to Kill.
Yeah, very strong team, definitely. We had the opportunity to meet them before, and it didn't always go our way, so we'll see how it will be this time.
Yeah, exactly. We've had some mixed results against LTK in Berserker Team League, but now it's a different era, it's a different time, it's a different patch, it's a different map pool, and we have our first series. It's going to be a TVT.
Indeed it will be. So I'm quickly trying to set things up. StarCraft is not cooperating, sorry. And we are now here, at the top right of the map, inside and out. We are looking at the base of the red Terran player, representing none other than the CranKy Ducklings and the US of A. It is Vindicta.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out, we have the American Terran player himself representing Team License to Kill. It is Binski, aka Street Terran.
I was about to ask you, do you know what meme is this?
What is the meme?
I don't know. Why is he called the Street Terran?
Why is he called Binski? I don't know.
I mean, fair.
Oh god. So yeah, we do have a pretty stacked lineup tonight for everyone. I guess we can go over the players later on, as we do have our full lineups revealed to each other. Our maps are set as well, and I think, you know, again, we haven't had too many of these broadcasts, but to catch everyone up to speed, Rak'Shir Team League is, of course, a team league. It's kind of like a year-long finals that we qualified for, and this is a best of 7, but within that best of 7 we got a bunch of best of 2s.
Yeah, essentially this is what people nowadays call the China Team League format, or the World Team League format, where you have a bunch of best of 2s that make the team matchup. So you can tie with another player. That is possible.
Yes.
But each map score counts towards the score of the actual match.
Exactly. Oh boy. So yeah, between these two players, it is going to be a best of 2. It could go 2-0 or it could go 1-1, either way. And so far, we have that TVT. We did see that Vindicta did go for a bit of an SCV scout. He's looking for any kind of proxy right now, making sure there's no proxy starport or even proxy factory anywhere. He was denied entry into the main base, so he doesn't know where the rest of the production buildings are. So he's just playing this safe.
Yeah, that's very nicely done by Vindicta. That said, his CC will be that much late, so it's definitely a small win for Binski, but I don't think it's like, you know, it's completely gonna change the game or anything.
Yeah, you know, slight differences here and there. What's also interesting is that Binski, if you look at his vision, he actually didn't go for an SCV scout at all. He's staying at home here, just banking up these Reapers, banking up a Hellion as well, looking to catch anything that comes up the ramp. But we can see that Vindicta, again, hasn't gone for it yet with his own Reapers. And we have some Widow Mines on the way here for Binski.
That's interesting. I don't think that's common in TVT at all, but it may catch these Reapers off guard, so who knows?
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting opener. As you said, like, Widowmine openers aren't really, or sorry, Widowmine drops aren't really common here in this matchup, and as we can see, like, again, he just wants to hopefully catch out anything that comes up this ramp, and I love it. He's intentionally covering that Widowmine with the Hellion to make it, you know, so his opponent doesn't know.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Just putting the Hellion right on top of it. Move it a bit farther, though.
I mean, regardless, it's still covering it nonetheless. It's still covering it. So again, looking to catch Vindicta. Meanwhile, back across the map, I love it. This has become a little bit more popular recently. Vindicta is delaying his Raven and he's going for a Banshee first. It should only be for one Banshee, but ideally it is to like kind of sneak in and deal some damage while the fight is going on.
Oh, the Reaper actually got covered, and I think one of them fell down, but at least Vindicta will get a nice scout of the base to see what is going on here.
Yeah, he confirms the 1-1-1, he confirms the tech lab on the starport. Everything is looking pretty stock standard here so far. In the main, he knows that nothing crazy is going on. And again, ideally with this Banshee, he's able to distract the main army and slip on in and maybe deal some harassing damage.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I really hope that Banshee doesn't run right into the Cyclone or the Widowmine.
Yeah, speaking of running into the Cyclone, Binski, his first Hellion runs in and does take a lot of damage here, but in the end, we see another couple of lock-ons with 2 Cyclones. It looks like Vindicta is going to catch the first Cyclone.
Oh yeah, that he will. He wins the fight and he clears almost all of the army, and yeah, now this attack is completely stopped.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it was really just a fight for map control more than anything, but Vindicta did come out on top, and now without any Cyclones, this Banshee can deal that much more damage.
I mean, there are these Marines, so Vindicta still has to be careful, but he can, like, kite them to get some damage done.
Yeah, and he gets 1 Marine, he gets 1 SCV as well. He has to be careful to avoid the auto turret. The auto turret is going to dish out a lot of damage, but the first one is not going to be enough.
Yeah, he has to get a second one. I mean, the Banshee does fall down, but still, you know, using up the energy on the Ravens definitely is something. Could be better, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, I mean, Raven energy is very important in this matchup, and even though Vindicta only has 1 Raven, he does have a little bit more kind of spells available to him because of that. He's already starting to move out across the map. Again, he has to be careful about that Widowmine. The Widowmine can still come into play as, Binski gets caught out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he actually decides to move at exactly the same time. He does have 2 tanks though, so Vindicta does have to be careful about that, but neither player is currently sieged in position.
Yeah, there was a nice lock on there by Vindicta. One of the tanks already at around half HP here for Binski, so he has to be really careful. He only pushes out halfway just to get to the ramp, and then we'll back off.
That Widowmine! It's still trying to do something. It's trying to be useful.
He's trying to pay. Look, he's trying, okay? He's doing his best. He's doing his best. Oh, God. But yeah, so far, both players just, again, posturing here in the middle of the map, looking to maybe expand, take their third about to finish up here for Vindicta. Binski, same can be said for him. Switching into Vikings, switching into, again, Stim and all that stuff. Like, we're just getting into the mid game.
So, Light, how proud are you of them that there is no mech? I mean, it is TVT, but still.
Yeah, I didn't expect mech from either one of these players. What's important is we didn't really get to talk about Binski too much, but like he's like a great up-and-coming like North American player. He really impressed us in DreamHack NA. He really made a name for himself, specifically in this matchup in TVT, and we'll see if it's going to be enough. Again, he's going to come in and he does disable the first tank.
So many auto turrets going down as well, and it looks like Vindicta has enough to hold this attack.
Yeah, Vindicta does lose 1 tank, but he has the air superiority right now. There we go. The Vikings come out as well. Take down another Viking of Binski. Binski just doesn't have a lot of staying power. He has the tank advantage. He had 4 tanks there as opposed to the 3 here of Vindicta, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, he has to regroup and consider what are his options now, and it looks like he doesn't completely abandon this position.
Yeah, he's waiting to see if Vindicta will come down this ramp and maybe catch him a little bit off guard. Both players are expanding, taking their third bases. We can see that Vindicta's SCV count is a little bit higher, so his worker production has been a little bit better. And both players even throw down their sensor towers as well. The Venn diagrams, they've started, Kuro. They've started.
Oh, no. I was already tired before this, and then you got me into a TVT.
Hey, it's okay. It's not a best of 3.
I mean, sure.
Could be worse, could be worse. But yeah, so far, you know, we have our upgrades on the way, 1-1 on the way as well. Both players just kind of chilling for the time being. We do see that Binski is the one who's looking to be a little bit more active. Bearing in mind, doesn't have any medevacs, so the potential for doom drop isn't really there. I think Vindicta's aware of that. He scans, again, confirming the lack of medevacs, confirming the commitment into those Vikings instead.
I just realized too, like he has completely no medevacs. Like these Marines are getting no healthcare whatsoever. Vindicta is now making some, but like he also doesn't have a lot of them. But I guess for this small army of the Marines, it's enough.
Well, something that's interesting here is that Binski did kind of stop Starport production for a while. So Vindicta, he has more Vikings and more medevacs than his opponent right now, which is pretty interesting. So he has that air superiority, and his army is a little bit more mobile, can go for some drops if he wants to.
Yeah, Binski definitely going ahead in the tank count though. So Vindicta has to carefully pick his battles, because if he is caught like with Binski being sieged, it may completely turn the tide.
Yeah, Binski has more definitely staying power with his army, less mobility. We'll see how well that'll go for him. Again, Binski basically has double the tank count of Vindicta right now, but ooh, again, has to be careful not to lose a Raven needlessly here. Already a couple of shots going off, and oh!
Ooh, 2 tanks disabled, leaving only 5 for Binski, and suddenly the forces are not that much in his favor.
Oh, exactly, and just like that, both Ravens of Binski do get sniped. He does trade 2 for 1, but again, Vindicta is able to keep one of those Ravens alive, and Binski will lose a couple of those tanks.
Yeah, it looks like we reached this part of the TVT where both of the siege tanks are just, you have siege lines on both sides and they're just staring at each other.
Yeah, it's one of those things that because of the choke point, again, even though Binski has an insane tank count, he can't really use it. He can't push through this bridge, so he has to kind of rotate around instead, which is what he's doing. He's taking his 4th base. Same can be said for Vindicta. Both of them are expanding, but Vindicta, again, with that more mobile army, is looking to sneak around and hit that 3rd, and the 3rd is very exposed.
Yeah, and Binski is trying to clean up this part of the army, but he completely ignores the other half, which is now approaching the 3rd base.
Oh, exactly. And we'll see if the CC can be saved. The tanks are going to siege up, and oh my god, the SCVs! Oh, the tanks do cover the ramp instead.
There's so much repair on that orbital. It survives.
The orbital survives, but 19 SCVs go down, and now we have a drop into the main base. Vindicta may have lost the army in the middle of the map, but he's doing so much more damage here in the main.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like he will now run away with that advantage, with all the economy, because I mean, he lost the army, but he can always remake it if he has enough of the resources, right?
Or if he has enough time, and because of that, Binski had to turn
too.
around. He had to go all the way back home, and Binski still maintains that tank lead. We have 10 tanks to only 2 of Vindicta, but again, you don't need that many tanks as long as you're able to siege up on time, as long as you have the positioning.
I would say, actually, it's not that much different, but Vindicta is making much more bio right now.
Oh.
Definitely more than Binski has, and they're engaging once again.
Yeah, but you know what, Vindicta, he's going to lose 2 more tanks. That is it when it comes to that tank count. He has 2 more in production, but his army is looking very vulnerable right now, and Binski is going to be pushing in.
Yeah, Binski noticed there are only 2 tanks in this army. All these Marines mean nothing when there is a siege line right in front of your base.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like, the CC is going to be saved, but Vindicta has to give up this position. He's going to be able to siege up here, but again, he may just lose his tank.
And, oh yeah, looks like he is losing it. So that's, once again, no tanks for Vindicta. It's just the bio and the Cyclone.
Yeah, Vindicta did save a lot of his workers, and he did save his 3rd CC, but he's now down to only 3 bases mining right now. Binski is getting a great position here, and again, that tank count from earlier has slowly been rising and rising. He's been doing a great job at slowly keeping them alive throughout the course of this game.
Yeah, he actually has only 1 Viking to the 2 of Vindicta right now, but it doesn't really matter because he has enough scans to get the vision anyway.
Yeah, now we have a massive doom drop into the main base of Vindicta. He didn't see this in time. His army is not here in position. He cannot stop it. The tanks are covering him. Oh, more tanks are getting taken out. And I'm really worried here. The factories of Vindicta are barely alive. He's actually going for Liberators.
I mean, Liberators are a nice choice, but there are a lot of Marines down on the ground and they're just sniping them down, and the whole production of Vindicta is in danger.
Yeah, it really is. The factories, again, are safe for now. We have 2 Liberators being made at a time, and oh my god, we see a drop on top of the tanks!
Oh, this is one of the cutest micro tricks where you drop right on top of the siege tanks so they actually die to friendly fire.
Yeah, he got 4 tanks doing this, by the way. Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty necessary. If it wasn't for that, Vindicta may be dead right now. And 3-3 is about to finish up. You were talking about the bio. The bio of Binski is only on 1-1.
Yeah, Vindicta just steams forward and he actually takes down the whole army of Binski. I mean, there is another wave coming, but It was a pretty good fight for him.
Exactly. With basically 0 tanks, Vindicta's able to turn the tide of the battle. He swims on forward. 3-3 is now done in the middle of this fight, and Binski, he's going to lose everything.
You know what, Light? Man with canopy.
Oh my god, Vindicta, you know, he heard you complaining about tank siege lines, and Vindicta's like, alright, you know what, I just won't make tanks.
That's fine by me.
Just
that's
for
fine
you,
by
Kuro,
me.
just for you. And with, again, a more mobile army with some cute micro chicks, he expands. He still has 4 bases up and running. He again reset the tank count of Binski, and Binski is struggling to hold on. He still has plenty of tanks to work with, but now those Liberators are coming into play.
Indeed they are, and this is a nice position on this siege tanks. Yes, I am not
Yeah, someone is lagging. Thankfully it is not me. Here we go. 2 more tanks are going to be going down here. We do have the greater siege position for Binski, so Vindicta's going to have a hard time breaking through, but he just drops.
Yeah, he drops once again on top of the siege tanks, and where are we dropping? I think it's not just the siege tanks of Binski that are dying, unfortunately.
Yeah, if there are latency issues, then the players, of course, will pause, but GG gets called, and Vindicta will take the first game. Kuro, were you looking at your ping in-game during that, by the way? Is everything okay?
It looks regular.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 170, so that's about regular for NA.
Okay, mine was fine as well, so it was one of the players, unfortunately, but thankfully it was only some latency issues towards the end, and again, if they were experiencing any issues, then they would have paused, but GG, well played. Vindicta does take the first game.
That he does, and it looked like to me, like, look, like the game looked okay, then suddenly the game was not okay, and then Vindicta just kept doing like these little micro things that like actually won him the battles, like the drops on the siege lines, and like, you know, just moving in with the Marines at the right moment, exactly when he had the advantage, and yeah, just by the right engagement, he was able to like hold on and keep going.
Yeah, it was one of those things where Binski had really good positioning, is what I will say, better positioning with his tanks. He was doing a great job with that, I will say. But because Vindicta did have a more mobile army, he was really able to make up for that. Like in a really dangerous position. We were talking about it. His production was on fire. Like he was
Literally
up against the wall. Things were not looking good for Vindicta, but he was able to claw his way back somehow, some way. Hit that 3-3 timing towards the end as well. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was really clutch there. But hey, it did work out for the Vindicta, and that means that CranKy Ducklings are now up 1-0 in this best of 7 match.
Oh, that we are. Now we're getting ready for our next series here. Next game. I'm used to saying next series. Next game, again, it's a best of 2 between these 2 players. This is going to be the final one. Is it going to be a 2-0 lead here for the CranKy Ducklings, or can LTK tie it up 1-1?
We are about to find out.
That's cool.
By the way, as we have the chance, I have to Funara Vindicta, because he is number 1 on NA ladder, but not with this account.
Shaking my head, Vindicta. Shaking my head.
I watch the stream, even if I don't always chat. I do watch the stream. Just saying. But it doesn't matter now, because he is playing pretty well. And who do we ask? Well, this player here, the Red Terran, representing the CranKy Ducklings and the United States. It is Vindicta.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Data C, we have the American Terran player himself representing Team License to Kill. It is Binski.
Nice.
What's up?
They're not chasing. It's gonna be another macro game. It's gonna be another mirror.
I mean, personally, I'm okay with that. Like, they had a pretty explosive game number 1, and I want to see more of the same. What I was going to say is that, Binski, he really, again, impressed us, I want to say, last game. Like, he didn't look bad in that game, just, you know, fell towards the end a little bit. But yeah, like, in general, like, Binski's been really impressing me in recent months and recent times.
I mean, he had his own like advantages, right? Like there were like aspects of the game that he was better at, and there were aspects of the game that Vindicta was better at, and like Vindicta was just able to push that advantage to win the game. But like it wasn't a one-sided game by any means.
Exactly. It was pretty close. It was pretty close. Oh boy, and we'll see how close it is going to be here. Or Vindicta almost getting us around on that SCV, but doesn't stop the scout. Binski does get in.
Yeah, that was very close. Nice body block there. I mean, to be fair, like you should mineral walk with your worker, but hey, it happens.
I mean, he did in the end. You know, he got through. He got through. Binski just making sure, okay, nothing crazy is going on. There's no like double gases being taken in the main base. You know, the Rax is at home. Everything is looking pretty normal.
Yeah, and once again stays at home with the Reaper, and he will be able to catch this scouting SCV of Vindicta.
Yeah, Vindicta did see that there was a CC on the low ground, so again, he knows that there is no like early game aggression or one base play coming out. So both players, they know that everything is above board. Everything is looking good. Yeah.
Chat, I hope you brought popcorn or any other snack of your choice.
I'm hungry. Oh god. For those wondering, here in the land of Australia, it is almost 6 a.m. in Australia. I woke up at 4 for this tournament, for this cast, and so far it's worth it. Give your love to StarDuck though, because he's waiting for the he's gonna be waiting a little bit longer for his match.
I mean, to be fair, I look, I was also in the game since like an hour or two, and for the whole time StarDuck has been in the arcade. So.
Yeah, after I told,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, StarDuck an hour ago, StarDuck is like, look, I'm gonna warm up. I'm like, he's like, I'm gonna warm up. KS2. I'm like,
To be fair, at this point, like waiting for the match to start, I was considering just joining him, but I don't think about it. Ooh, this is a nice snipe.
Yeah, this is a nice snipe. As Kuro was saying, there was a delayed start to the beginning of the series, so I do apologize for that. We were supposed to start on the hour, and we started a little bit later, but because of the denied scout, we see a scan in the main base. Vindicta confirms the opener, but again, a bit of a wasted scan. Ideally, you find all of this out with a Reaper. Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like actually Binski is changing that plan afterwards as he cancels the add-on and Starport will now be moving.
Interesting move here. I mean, the like overall add-ons are going to be the same, but he's going to be going for a much faster tech lab on the starport, and now we see why.
Yeah, I was just laughing because like they, in a way, they are switching tactics, because last game it was Vindicta who went for a Banshee, but he did not go for Cloak, so I guess this will be a bit more committed.
Yeah, exactly. If you remember, Vindicta only made a single Banshee. Now from Binski, we should be seeing at least 2 being made. And we'll see if he can get across the map unscouted. Right now, Vindicta is going to be trying to fight for map control, but oh, this Marine is not going to win out here at the Zelnaga Tower.
Yeah, the Reaper got the first shot, and unfortunately, it will still be belonging to Binski. He got the other tower, so that's nice. Also, I just want to say, where is Lumia? We've been seeing so many Banshees lately.
True. I mean, he's probably nice, safe and sound asleep in bed right now, where he should be.
He's streaming about Banshees.
Oh my god, okay, there's a lot going on right now. So one, as Vindicta does reclaim control of that tower, we have Banshees from one of our players. Do you see something coming out for Vindicta?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Is it gonna be BCs?
We're going for some BCs. Oh my god. So Raven opener, stock standard. Everything was normal from the side of Vindicta. That's why we weren't really bringing too much attention to it. The 2 Ravens are out. But behind this, we see not just a BC, we also see a second starport.
Like this is clearly for Lib range.
Clearly for Liberator
Really?
range. Okay, a couple of things are happening, which I'm a little bit shocked by. Here we go. So the first Banshee does rock up. We do have Ravens for detection. Already 3 of these SCVs go down. The Banshee is going to be able to survive. We do have a second Banshee coming out for Binski, by the way. And because Cloak was revealed, Vindicta should be aware that a second one is coming out.
I mean, to be fair, he does have the Ravens, which definitely help with the defense. But while the one of the Banshees is disabled, like the other one could dive in. but Vindicta thinks better of it and does put the Draven on the
He's
edge.
hiding the starport. He knows that another Banshee's gonna be coming in, and he's hiding the starport.
He's pushing it away.
Oh
No,
my god.
no scouting for you.
I love it. I love it. Meanwhile, we do see, okay, yeah, he's going to be defending his main base as well. At the same time, the Banshees don't find a way in. 3 SCV kills isn't bad, but 2 Banshees with Cloak want to do a little bit more damage. And the other interesting thing is that the main looks normal. There is no tech lab on this starport. So I thought he was going to go for double BC production, but no. It's only going to be a single one.
Is it gonna be like a harass BC? Is that what I'm seeing in the TVT?
I don't know what the hell he's doing, man. I don't know what it's for. I just thought it was really cute that he was hiding the starport. that's the
I mean,
moment
it is
of the
pretty
match.
cute. It is pretty cute. I will give him that.
I mean, it's big brain. Like, it makes sense. Like, it all makes sense what he's doing. It's crazy.
I mean, like, if anyone would thought about this, it would be Mix, okay?
Meanwhile, we see a scan at the third base again. Vindicta confirming that he's a little bit behind when it comes to his overall worker counts and the timing of his third base. What he lacks in economy, he makes up for in surprise and in style, because that BC is crazy. He also saw the Banshees; they're still active, and I'm worried that they're gonna scout. I'm worried.
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings and Ravens are right there, but they're not quite protecting the base, as there is now an attack coming in the middle of the map.
Yeah, we have a large army here. We have 4 tanks. We have 2 Banshees going to be slipping in. Unfortunately, the sensor tower barely doesn't cover the southern portion of the map. First BC is out, but the Banshees are here.
Yeah, the Banshees are revealed as well, so yeah, the BC will have to deal with them, but it's not the perfect unit for the job, while there is an army in the middle of the map lurking still.
Yeah, it did barely reveal itself to the sensor tower, so now Vindicta knows he has to keep his main army here to defend. Meanwhile, the BC is trying to chase down these Banshees, and it looks like the Banshees will be hunted down, and they won't be able to deal too much. Maybe get a deeper.
I was afraid that he's gonna just pass like by the other Banshees, just leave it there. But no, both of the Banshees do go down.
Yeah, 5 SCVs in total. Not the worst thing here. Again, I don't really know what the point of this BC is. We have a second BC on the way and a third starport. Oh my god.
So it is gonna be like a mass BC army.
I think it's just like mass. No, yeah, it's another tech lab. Yeah, mass BC. I thought it was gonna get a reactor, but like right now, again, he's like hyper focusing on like air superiority right now. Like there we go, Yamato is on the way. Bearing in mind, like look at the upgrades tab for Vindicta. Like he's not. He's going mech. There are no bio upgrades. There's no stim.
There's literally nothing there.
There's nothing. There's nothing protecting these tanks.
I mean, there's nothing protecting these beasties either.
No.
And there is a big attack coming.
Yeah.
Oh, the Vikings though.
The Vikings are in position. Looks like they're going to be able to zone away these drops for the time being. But here we go. He just drops on top of the tanks.
Yeah, Binski just goes right in, but was it the right decision because his army actually gets cleaned up?
Wow, we saw a blanket auto turrets thrown down here for Vindicta. He cleans up every single one of the Marines, and now he's going for a massive counterattack, and nothing shoots up.
I like that the BC is leading the charge. Let's go. The capital ship is here.
The tanks are getting picked up one after the other. We do see Vikings coming up, but again, Vindicta has triple starport production. He dominates the sky, and after dominating the sky, the BCs can deal with everything else.
I mean, there are barely any Marines, so if these Vikings land, they can just take down the tanks, and the GG is called.
GG, well played. Vindicta in style with triple starport BCs. Yamato finished up towards the end. We didn't get to see the Yamato, but a very interesting style of mech coming out from Vindicta.
Indeed. Hold on. I'm gonna message Vindicta. Light is so proud of you.
Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations to Vindicta for winning his first 2 games, and now Vindicta can take a bit of a break. Let me just message him. You can shower now. He was Vindicta was asking me earlier, hey, do I have enough time to shower? I'm like, oh, we're gonna start soon, man. We gotta go. Oh my god. And yeah, like that was a great showing there by Vindicta. And I guess now is a good opportunity for us to show off the entirety of our matchup here today.
As Stimul is pointing out, are we sure it's Vindicta playing and not Kronos? I mean, look, the influencers stay there, okay?
Oh boy. Yeah, the influence is still there, and with that, Vindicta, he can chill at least maybe until the ace match if we get there. Meanwhile, as everyone can see here on the screen, we also have Erik and StarDuck coming out from the CranKy Ducklings. From the side of LTK, we have Maplez and Rak'Shir.
Two heavy hitters from the side of LTK, which was to be expected, honestly. But we'll see how our decks can fare against them, as we'll soon be starting our next series.
Yes, and it looks like we are going to be going for /lobby, as I post the lobby link here in the chat. We are going to be going for our StarDuck versus Rak'Shir series first. Because Maplez is a little bit unavailable, so we're like, okay, we can give you time. We can wait for Maplez to be ready. So Maplez versus Erik will be played after our current series.
Yeah, this has happened before, like with other teams where we switch series as well because one of our players wasn't available at the time. So it's perfectly understandable, and we'll find out after we finish this one. And it will be PvP, it looks like.
Oh boy. Yes, it will, as we just set some things up here. Beautiful. Oh boy, PvP. From TVT to PvP. Let's go.
Look, I prefer PvP, okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm a well-known Terran hater, okay?
I
have to balance out Asher.
True. We all have to balance out Asher, especially now that he's a duckling. But yeah, a great start here for the CranKy Ducklings. We'll see if we can keep things going here as we are diving into game number 3, our kind of second series of the night, that PvP.
Yes, and while we're loading into our next map, a quick shout out to SteamWorld for subscribing for 44 months. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of months. I also just realized, there we go. I had a bit of an issue there with that UI, but we are good to go. Oh, Kuro, take it away.
Okay then. So we are now loaded into Cosmic Sapphire for our second best of 2 today. And we are looking at the base of the green Protoss player, representing a license to kill. It is Rak'Shir.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire, we have the CranKy Duckling himself, the Duck of the Stars, the Australian Protoss. It is StarDuck. Let's go.
Let's go indeed.
Yeah.
No proxies, so nothing crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy. I do see Ursus in the chat asking what time it is.
Hi.
Well, the time for myself and for StarDuck as well. It is currently 6 a.m. in the morning, so I want to give a special shout out to StarDuck for waking up this early. I say waking up, for staying up all night.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we sure that he actually slept?
Yeah. Oh my god, didn't quite sleep, but here we go. He is representing us here in this Team League match, a very important match as well. We need to win this if we want to secure our spot here to make it to the playoffs of Rak'Shir.
And I mean, we got a good start with Vindicta taking in Series 2-0, and we will see if StarDuck can do something similar.
Yeah, so far the openers are looking pretty similar. No one is taking any risks. Both players went for their double gateways here on top of the ramp. Despite this map having a very narrow choke point, and we have seen players like Trigger and MaxPax abuse that and go for faster expansions, we do see that here none of our players have taken that risk.
Ooh, StarDuck actually going for both players going for double adept straight up.
Oh, so both players showing that they are going to be the aggressors here. What's important? Are we going to stop at 2 or are we going to keep on going all the way to 6?
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough, as for now it's just probes going around, making sure everything is scouted.
Yeah, here we go. Both probes are forced all the way out of each other's bases. The first two adepts come out here for StarDuck, and behind this immediately he throws down a Stargate and keeps up those adepts.
Okay. Making more adepts, getting a Stargate. What do you think the Stargate is for?
I believe Oracles and Adepts are going to be coming out for StarDuck. This is going to be hyper aggression coming out from him. He wants to deal damage. He wants to kill workers. Meanwhile, Rak'Shir opening up a little bit more standard. I say standard. He throws down a proxy gateway in the middle of the map.
Yeah, it looks like he also wants to be aggressive, but in a different way than StarDuck is. He looks like he's looking for a warping point. Ooh, but the adepts actually get in.
Yeah, for both players, we see a full surround here for StarDuck, but probes are falling left and right. Meanwhile, StarDuck, he also gets into the main base. The target fire is going to need to be on point, though, because, again, there is a Stalker to defend.
Yeah, StarDuck is trying to defend with probes alone, as his adepts are busy on the other side of the map. I mean, 2 of them are standing here.
Yeah, exactly. In the end, StarDuck will lose 11 workers, but Rak'Shir also losing 11 probes as well.
Yeah, despite actually having units for defense, he does lose even 13 workers.
Wow, so
and they are tied up.
Yeah, both players are knocked down to 17 probes apiece, but StarDuck, his aggression is not stopping the Oracles coming across the map, and the Oracle happens to come across the proxy.
Question is, did Rak'Shir see the Oracle by the proxy?
Well, Rak'Shir did see the Stargate, so he should know that an Oracle is coming. So there we go. We do have the Stalker and Sentries in the main base. We have a shield battery as well to help defend. So this Oracle shouldn't deal too much damage. The first one shouldn't deal too much damage. We have a second on the way, though.
Yeah, and with 2 Oracles, definitely things can get sniped. And StarDuck does clean up this proxy, it looks like, or at least we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah. So this area of attack is no longer viable.
Exactly. It looks like the pylon is going to be going down barely here with the power of these 2 adepts. It's barely going to be enough. At the same time, we do see the second Oracle has come out, and it barely does depower that gateway.
Yeah, it was really close, as Rak'Shir did get to warp in a few Stalkers, but it looks like they will be going back home.
Well, what's scary is that these Stalkers aren't at home right now, and those 2 Oracles, they're going to be on the way. They have that one-shot potential as well. They're going to be headed in towards the main base, so that shield battery is not going to be enough. Thankfully, though, StarDuck doesn't have the most energy on that second Oracle, or the first one, technically.
Yeah, looks like it's pretty much used up, and yeah, I don't think he will have time to do anything, as Stalkers are already back in the natural.
Yeah, exactly. We weren't able to see it on screen, but I guess StarDuck tried to maybe throw down a stasis trap in the main base, and it didn't really work out for him. Because of that, he's going to be punished for this, and he has a much later Nexus as well, so he's going to fall behind in that probe count because he can't use these Oracles immediately. He has to wait.
Yeah, he has to wait, and his tech is slightly later as well. So we will see how the rest of the game follows afterwards.
Yeah, we do see Rak'Shir going for a bit of a hallucination scout. He's going to confirm the Twilight Council. He's going to confirm how late it is in comparison to his own. He hasn't started Blink yet, though, and he hasn't started +1, but he does have the Forge done. So again, he will have the better Stalkers in the mid-game.
Yeah, that said, they start Blink at exactly the same time almost. So it's not that much of an advantage yet, but that +1 will definitely be very useful in battles.
Yeah, exactly, and that's going to be a very crucial timing here for Rak'Shir. At the same time, here come those Oracles, but Rak'Shir has been chilling here in the main base for the past couple of minutes. He shouldn't lose too much here. 3, 4 probes go down, and the Oracles survive.
Nicely done. I feel like the Stalkers moved away just in the right moment. Ooh, but the Stalkers in the natural though.
Yeah, they're able to pick off one of those Oracles. 5 probes go down, and that is going to be enough to even up the worker count. StarDuck taking a little bit of a lead. So again, this is damage that he needed to get done, but oh boy, he needs another way to catch back up when it comes to the Stalkers. Like, there's going to be a window here where I guess we're going to be even in Stalk upgrades, but usually to make up for that, either you go for your own Robo for Immortal production or maybe more gateways. Instead, he's going for a faster third.
Sure, why not? It might as well. That said, there is an attack coming from Rocker. He's not interested in the third yet, so that's nice for StarDuck, but he has to be careful about this.
Oh yeah, and StarDuck is being zoned away. I love this. We have a stasis trap on the way, and that will definitely help out. And it looks like Rocker is going to trigger it.
Wow! I actually did not expect him to just walk straight into it, but there you go. And now with this army separated, StarDuck should be able to deal with this.
Oh yeah, exactly. Rocker has to be so careful here not to lose his sentries, and it looks like he may be forced to lose one of them, maybe even both.
Yeah, nice catch for StarDuck, definitely.
Oh.
And with this army split, he actually wants to chase the Stalkers, but he has to be a bit careful.
Yeah, and he has to be careful not to come back the way he came, because that's where the Stalkers were of Rocker, and because of this, StarDuck is going to lose a lot here trying to retreat. Loses one Stalker, loses the second.
Yeah, the Stalkers are just falling down. I mean, there are reinforcements at home and a shield battery as well, but those are definitely unnecessary losses, and Rocker is still preparing his attack.
Yeah, exactly. He still has more Stalkers. Rocker's third base is going to be a little bit later compared to StarDuck's, and with the defender's advantage, with that overcharge, it looks like the natural base is going to be safe for the time being. StarDuck needs to make sure he throws down the shield battery here at the third as well, because Rocker is still being active.
Yes, that said, I don't know if Rocker has actually seen the third base, so it doesn't seem like he wants to attack right there. But that said, it looks like he's gonna be moving home for now.
Yeah. As you were saying, looking at the vision of Rocker, he only just now confirms the third base location. Meanwhile, nice snipe here. Oracle finally goes down after getting one more probe kill, so now Rocker doesn't have to worry about his defenses at home.
Yeah, so it looks like once again, both players are back to their bases, back to taking up, back to getting their economical advantages.
Yeah, and this is where, again, I still continue to worry here. StarDuck is going for his own Robo now, but again, his tech is just later compared to Rocker's. Look, +2 is on the way. We're going to have a 2-0 advantage when it comes to those upgrades. Rocker is just going to have a superior army when it comes to, like, charge and, again, Robo production. That's also in favor of Rocker. StarDuck has to find another way to come back into this. Another way that could work is to go into faster disruptors.
Yeah, that could definitely help, but he has to be careful not to lose too many Stalkers in these battles. I guess he's keeping Rocker on this side of the map, which is good, but I don't think he can break the position.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he just doesn't have the numbers to break the third base, but he's just posturing, just making sure that everything is back at home here for Rocker, keeping him honest. Meanwhile, it looks like Rocker repowered that gateway. It's going to get depowered, but this tells Rocker, hey, your army is a little bit out of position. I'm going to go hit your third.
Yeah, and the third is completely undefended. Even the fourth is there as well. StarDuck is trying to warp in, but these warpers are too late. The whole army has to come back.
Yeah, and in the process, he loses 4 of these perps. Any worker is crucial here, especially in a mirror matchup. StarDuck cannot afford to lose these workers. Oh boy, he's going to force his opponent back a little bit here. Both players expanding, taking their 4th bases. But StarDuck, where do we go from here? It's now just starting +1. Ay.
Hey, at least he started it.
Yeah,
that's progress.
Look, I just want to see a Bay, okay? I want to see a robotic expand. I want to see a second Robo. But we don't have any gases being taken here at the natural, so again, like, StarDuck can't really afford that at the moment. Oh boy, he has to, like, try and hope to maybe outposition his opponent in some way as Archons are coming into the mix.
Yeah, and, like, Rocker's army is just getting better and better, and StarDuck is kind of stuck on this gateway army.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to dance backwards here and losing a couple of units in the process. Rocker is going for a Dark Shrine behind this as well, so he was already ahead when it comes to the tech. He's going to get even more ahead. We do see that StarDuck is taking an okay trade, but when he loses all his Zealots, he just doesn't have any staying power.
Yeah, with purely Stalkers, he's not going to be able to do much. And even getting trapped now, he's forced to recall.
Yeah, a couple more Stalkers do end up falling here in the corner of the map. We do have a shield battery on the way, a second shield battery as well. They're not ready yet. We don't have enough energy for an overcharge either. Oh my god, and Rocker is ready to push in. He already has a gateway set up.
Yeah, right in front of the base of StarDuck, and with the reinforcements so close, it will be really hard to hold this base.
Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible. We have an overcharge. An overcharge is great and all, but we just have the better numbers. We have the better upgrades. Again, 0-0 here for StarDuck. He's going to get overwhelmed. GG gets called, and Rocker takes the first game for LTK.
GG. It's not over yet, though.
Oof.
It's not over yet. Remember, this is a best of 2, so StarDuck can still tie it up.
He could. Oh boy, he definitely could. We'll see how this goes. Again, StarDuck, honestly, I feel like had a better opener, but he like kind of missed the window there, and any kind of lead that he had kind of slipped away from his fingers as well. He definitely put up a good fight, but yeah, it was just kind of outgunned towards the end. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe his multitasking was a bit suffering too when he had those 2 adepts at the base that were not really doing much. That could definitely like change the way this game went, but yeah, I mean, those mistakes happen, and it is 6 a.m. so.
It is 6 a.m. so oh boy, StarDuck he's got a lot to overcome, and we'll see if he's gonna be able to here as we are getting ready for our next map. I should update a couple of things here. He does have the map pick, and he's got 3 maps to choose between. Okay.
What are the maps like?
Oh, it looks like we have a decision. An interesting map.
Waterfall.
Yep. It's gonna be waterfall.
I knew it. Something about it like told me that StarDuck would pick that. Like sure, StarDuck can play macro, but like, you know, in his core, in the essence of his being, he is a bit of a cheater. To be honest.
He is, and oh boy. We'll see how this is gonna go in the end as we're getting ready here. We are getting set up. Our lobby is being made. Boy, again, as a reminder, this is a best of 2 between these 2 players, so StarDuck, he's hoping to tie this up 1-1 here for the CranKy Ducklings. Can he do it? What does he have planned here on Waterfall?
Yeah, I am very curious. Watch him just play completely standard macro game, and I would be very disappointed.
Oh god.
No, I want him to do something cheeky. I not necessarily like full like cannon rush proxies everywhere, but like let's go with something cheeky, with something aggressive.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the problem is that Waterfall seems pretty obvious, so Rocker's going to be keeping his eye out for aggression, and Rocker also known for being an aggressive player, so yeah, this could still go, you know, either way.
I mean, we saw it in the first game where both players went for early aggression and, like, you know, halved their worker counts on the very beginning. So we could see the repeat of that.
Yeah, we could. You know, both of them, they both kind of aped at the beginning of last game, and we'll see if it happens again. As we are loading on in, you can hear the beeps. We can see the map. Game number 4. This is a chance for LTK to tie things up, or a chance for StarDuck to give us a bit of a lead.
Yes. And we are now loaded in to one of the prettiest maps we've had, which is the Waterfall. And we are looking at the base of the blue Protoss player, representing Australia and the CranKy Ducklings. It is the Duck of the Stars, StarDuck.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Waterfall, we have the American Protoss player representing Team License to Kill, LTK. It is Rak'Shir.
Can you do that intro for CranKy Ducklings?
How?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Like, that's on you. Okay, you had to do the intro for CranKy Ducklings.
Are we the only team that can do that?
Yeah, because we don't have 3 words in our name.
Does it have to be 3?
It does. That's where the initials come from. License to Kill, LTK, Good Game Gaming, GGG. Good up.
What about Genesis Gaming?
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, they have 2.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh god. Looks like we are asking for, or we are having a little bit of a pause here. So hopefully everything is okay. No, like, latency issues. Maybe some Uber Eats is rocking up. Ooh, giving our players a chance to prepare themselves.
I got it. Rocking up.
Who am I casting with? Fucking Yaku? What's going on?
He's called Rocker, okay? It's not me who said it.
Shaking my head, shaking my head. And here we are, and already we see a little bit of a difference here. When it comes to the overall map layout, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of maps nowadays in the new map pool have these ramps into the natural, so both players can afford, or they can feel safe enough to go for these gate expands. Both of them looking to try and get a faster nexus.
That's what it looks like, but it looks like Rocker will be denying this for quite a while, as the pylon actually did finish.
Yeah, exactly. No, we saw that the probe of StarDuck got stuck across the map. There was no mineral walking. Rocker will not have his nexus delayed. He can throw it down on location.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Like, it's not a huge thing, but it is quite an advantage for Rocker early on, and even StarGate even has to go for this Zealot.
Oh yeah, this is actually pretty huge here. Like, Rocker has a very nice start. He has his nexus well ahead of time compared to his opponent. StarDuck has to make a choice because of this. As soon as the Cyber... Yeah, he has to throw down the Stargate. The Cybercore was throwing down him for Rocker. Like, this nexus is incredibly delayed, and StarDuck has to do something else here to try and catch back up, to make up for what's going to be an economic deficit.
Yeah, and that probe of Rocker is still there as well, so if he wanted to, he could delay this even farther.
Yeah. I think
and there we go. We have the Stargate.
Yeah, StarDuck is moving out with a probe. It's interesting that he waited for the Stargate. The Stargate was thrown down after the probe was taken down of Rocker, so it looks like StarDuck really wanted to keep that hidden. And with this probe, yeah, he even throws down a proxy pylon, but it's only a pylon. The probe does turn back around.
It's only a pylon, and it's on the other side of the map.
Yeah, there are some mind games going on. So StarDuck knows that Rocker saw the probe move out, and Rocker responded by going for a full wall off. He is hyper defensive right now. He's afraid of a one base all in because he doesn't know whether or not StarDuck has thrown down a nexus. So he's preparing at home. We have some sentries for force fields. We have a second sentry as well for a hallucination scout, and yeah, he's gonna be turtling up on two bases for a little bit. StarDuck has some options. He goes for a Phoenix first, actually.
Yeah, Phoenix, as you say. I mean, sure, I guess. But will it be just Phoenixes?
Yeah. I mean, Phoenixes definitely have their role to play. They can CC units. They can make up for an overall army deficit by, like, taking care of Immortals or shutting down War Prisms or shutting down Oracles if there was a Stargate opener. Meanwhile, StarDuck confirms we do have a full wall up here at the natural base.
Yeah, at the same time, we do have the hallucination scout from Rocker, and he sees what's going on in StarDuck's base. He sees the Stargate. I'm not sure if he saw the Phoenixes, but I think he did.
He did see the one real Phoenix, and he also saw another one being made, so he knows about the Phoenix opener by StarDuck, and he's already working on the Twilight Council. He's already working on a forge as well for cannons that'll protect his mineral lines. Like, Rocker, that was a great scout there that wasn't denied by the Phoenixes.
By the way, FPS appreciated that working.
Awful.
See, it's not just me.
Yeah, and StarDuck, again, is still behind here. He can maybe try and take a faster third, but that can also be really risky, especially if Rocker decides to go for a two-base all-in, which I feel like is what he wants to do, especially because he's, again, like, you know, fully walled off here on two bases.
Yeah, fully walled off, getting his upgrades ready. The Phoenixes showed up, but there are Stalkers waiting for them, so I don't think they're gonna get anything.
Yeah, they're trying to find a way in, but Rocker's done a great job of splitting up his army. We have our cannon already in the main base as well to make sure that it's safe and sound. We have another force of units here towards the south. Two more gates are being thrown down. StarDuck may see this if he dips in with his Phoenixes. I also appreciate that he's going for a Robo here, so he's going to be working with Phoenixes and I imagine Immortals.
Interesting composition, that's for sure. Well, he's getting something here, but... oh, actually, maybe a sentry?
Ugh. Oh my god.
Phoenix survives!
It's on 1 HP. The Phoenix somehow survives on 1 HP. StarDuck gets a Phoenix and a probe. Not bad. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Rocker pushes his probe out with the pylon so he can expand. Wow.
Did StarDuck see it? I think he did.
Now he does. Oh. That's brutal. Like, if he had seen it a little bit sooner, then maybe he would have been able to deny or delay that expansion. He does see that the base is being taken, but again, he can't stop it because Phoenixes don't do anything to buildings.
Unless you are playing Legacy of the Memes, in which somebody modded that, and it's hilarious. Just want to point it out.
Oh boy.
But no, not in the regular multiplayer StarCraft.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm convinced by this army. StarDuck is going to be moving out again. He has Immortals, he has Vanilla Gateway units, but we have a mass amount of Blink Stalkers here for Rak'Shir. Obviously, the goal here for StarDuck is to pick up as many Stalkers as he can and CC them down, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Maybe it will just work, but there's so many Stalkers here for Rak'Shir. It doesn't look like it's going to be possible.
Yeah, I mean, so far a great start. He does pick up 3 of those Stalkers, but he loses a couple of units in the process as well. Yeah, he's going to be forced to recall. StarDuck cannot take a fight here.
Yeah, and that's very unfortunate because Rak'Shir does set up the third base. StarDuck is working on his, but it's not even ready yet. And once again, Rak'Shir is just running away with the advantage.
Yeah, but I do appreciate this. This is what I wanted from StarDuck in the last game. Robotics Bay on the way, and with this he can go straight into disruptors. Can he survive long enough to allow that to happen though, because Rak'Shir is moving out across the map and StarDuck, his third base is so exposed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's nice that he's teching up, but I'm not sure if he's gonna have enough time to see that tech being useful. He has to cancel that third. The Phoenixes do go to the other side of the map, but with the cannons there, they actually take a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly. They do force a recall, but again, this recall is a little bit late. 4 probes go down, which is nice. It's necessary, but again, he's down an entire base.
Yeah, down an entire base. I mean, it does give him the time to get the disruptors out, so that definitely could still change the game, but it's an uphill battle at this point.
Yeah, he's going for a second robo as well for double disruptor production. It looks like he's kind of forced to go for a 2-base all-in. I say that, but he's getting a forge, so he still wants to work on upgrades. Yeah, he's going to be playing from behind, but disruptors are a comeback mechanic. Like, they can kind of make up for a deficit.
Yeah, they definitely can. If Rak'Shir does not move away at the right moment, like, for example, like half of his Stalker army can be gone in one split second, so definitely a useful tool to have.
Definitely, but a couple more Phoenixes get taken out, and again, StarDuck has basically lost his Phoenix army. There's only 3 remaining. They're still forcing Rak'Shir to stay at home, but Rak'Shir, he's just continuing and pressing on with his advantage. He's working on a 4th base right now. He has a reinforcement point being set up as well, so he can be aggressive and deny the 3rd again. Thankfully, StarDuck is taking a different 3rd, so the gateway isn't in the best position for Rak'Shir. Rak'Shir doesn't know, and that disruptor count is getting a little bit higher, but again, even with those disruptors, it's all about whether or not they can connect with the army, because Blink means that we can micro against them.
Yeah, definitely. Players have been seen like blinking pretty well with disruptors, not even dodging them, but just straight up sniping them. So we will see if this will work out for StarDuck, as Rak'Shir is once again moving out.
Yeah, it's going to be all about that army control here. Here we go. Rak'Shir is pushing out. He has a 42 or 40 supply lead at this point. He has an insane army. But StarDuck, he's got kind of 2 different positions here. He's got 2 different groups of disruptors ready for this. Oh.
Sandwich.
Ooh.
Oh, getting the Archons. Pretty nice. Nice. What about second wave?
4 Zealots as well. So far, so good. More disruptors are going off. Another Archon gets taken down, but the disruptors are coming in.
Yeah, I mean, most of the Archons fall down, but there is still some army left over. The Immortals definitely help with this fight, and they will at least stop this attack for the time being, but is it enough for defense?
Yeah, that was an unfortunate kind of all-army move there from StarDuck. He threw away 4 disruptors that he could not afford to throw away. Like, he had some great shots going off, but he had to keep them alive. He had to keep them alive to snowball.
Yeah, indeed. And now he does have 3, and Colossus moves out as well, but it's quickly sniped by the Stalkers.
Yeah, but here we go. Disruptor Purification never goes off. It does connect there with those Stalkers. Despite that, again, we still have a massive supply lead here from Rak'Shir. He blinks on forward. He takes out another Disruptor, and he can just keep on going.
Yeah, and this Blink Stalker army is extremely mobile. Every time StarDuck tries to defend another base, he has to just crawl to the other side of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he can defend it in time.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he may force a recall here. No, in the end, Rocker's going to commit. He's going to take out whatever he can. He snipes another Disruptor. He snipes an Immortal as well. He's going to lose this army, but we have a massive Warping of Zealots coming in.
That is indeed a massive Warping of Zealots. And yeah, the whole army of StarDuck is in the main, so it's not going to defend the third.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to try to rotate around as best he can, but even if he shoots a Nova here, he's going to lose a lot of probes. Oof.
The Novas are definitely nice, but the question is, are they enough? I mean, StarDuck is alive, but is he leaving?
No. StarDuck, he's down to half the worker count of Rocker right now. Again, Rocker up with his 4 bases. He's sitting pretty. Like, StarDuck has potential here with his army, I guess. Like, again, we can never really count out Disruptors. And, like, hey, the Immortal count was reset, and we only have Gateway, like a Gateway army. But maybe I spoke too soon because here come those Immortals. I mean, those Archons, sorry.
Archons, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Archons were the ones that fell the most easily to the Disruptors because they're not the most microable unit. But StarDuck is actually pretty bold moving out.
Oh, yeah, here we go. One Nova goes off on the Zealots. A second Nova goes off as well. Rocker, with a premature blink, loses a massive chunk of his army.
Yeah, those are actually 2 great Novas for StarDuck. Unfortunately, there is that warping point, so the army will be reinforced. But it definitely makes this fight much easier.
Yeah, Rocker playing like Probe right now. We have a Gateway on the other side of the map. That means that he can harass both ends at the same time, depending on where he decides to reinforce. Meanwhile, another Nova going off. No, he gets denied there. Nice target fire there by Rocker, but another Nova. In the end, the Archons are forced back. With the help of the Colossus, StarDuck is fighting back.
Yeah, he's actually holding this for now, and now it's just purely Stalker army against the army of StarDuck. There is not a lot of buffer for these robo units, but it is just enough for now.
Yeah, who needs a buffer when you have those pro-toss balls? Rocker taking a 5th base behind this again, just mass expanding. He's able to afford these losses despite taking massive shots to the face. Rocker is still ahead in supply, and StarDuck doesn't see the army rotation. His army is not ready here to defend his third.
Yeah, and his army is definitely not a very mobile one, so it will take a while before he can reach this base, and by that time it may be half destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. 2 pylons go down, 2 probes as well, a couple of massive shots. Oh my god, he wants the Nexus!
Yeah, he snipes the Nexus right there.
Yeah, StarDuck just, again, he wasn't here in time, and now Rocker, he's just going to rotate back around. He's warping in already at the left-hand side. Actually not rotating, he's going to come back in.
Yeah, it looks like the Zealots are gonna do the job on the west side, while the Stalkers are once again moving into this third or fourth.
Yeah, StarDuck, he's being pulled apart right now. He just doesn't have enough supply to split between both bases.
Yeah, he's trying to split his army, but his army is not very big. It's mostly these Disruptors, so there's not really much to split.
Yeah, exactly. There's no side defense here either, no shield batteries, no cannons. A Warping of Zealots is going to buy some time, but probes are still falling left and right, and that main army is coming in, but the Novas go off!
Ooh, the Novas are actually really good on the Stalkers as they are not being dodged, but now the Disruptors are being sniped, and this may be the end of the most of the army.
Yeah, 5, 6 Disruptors get sniped there. Great moves by Rocker. Sure, he took 1 Nova to the face, but it doesn't matter. He still has the numbers. He still takes everything out in the end. Going to force his opponent to go all the way into the main base. StarDuck, knocked down to 1 Disruptor. How many Disruptors have died this game? 15!
Oh god.
15.
I feel like the biggest thing is, like, even if StarDuck holds this, and it does not look very likely, there is a transition from Rocker ready. He's already switching to Stargates. He's making his own Phoenixes. Like, he has the time. He doesn't have to hurry.
StarDuck knows he's all in right now, so he's just pushing out with whatever he has. He's got 2 Disruptors and a Colossi. He's trying to catch the army, but oh god, it's just not going to be enough here. StarDuck, he fought well in this game. It was great, kind of an overall army composition, but in the end, it just isn't going to be enough. Another great Nova goes off. Like, he's been trading really well with them, just doesn't have the economy.
Yeah, and GG's cold. Yeah, as we said, like, those were some really great Nova shots, but they were just like, they were not enough with the advantage that Rocker already had. Like, he just kept snowballing.
Yeah, exactly. And with that, Rocker ties up the series 2-2. He does, you know, represent his team well, and he's able to make up for the losses earlier. And now We're going to be going into game number 5. We're going to be going into our 3rd series here to find out which of our teams takes the lead here. Is it going to be the Ducklings or the Licenses?
The license... What? Yeah, once again, this is the so-called Chinese Team League format, or I don't know if it has another name right now, but basically we have 3 players, and those 3 players each play a best of 2 against their opponent. So they can either win at 2-0 or they can tie up. So right now we had Vindicta winning against Binski 2-0, and then we had Rak'Shir winning against StarDuck 2-0. So the teams themselves are currently tied at 2-2.
Oh yeah. We are now tied up 2-2 here, as we can see on the screen. I should just update some things here. I accidentally put this in the wrong place. There we go. Beautiful. So yeah. Now we are tied up 2-2, and we are going to be going into game number 5. Best of 2 between Erik and Maplez.
Yes, indeed. Let's hope Maplez is there, has arrived and is well. Because we did hear that he was not exactly available at the time. He should be here now.
Yes, he should be coming as we are getting on ready. What's also important is that this is treated like a best of 7, so we cannot double up on maps. The map pool has slowly been getting smaller and smaller. We can't reuse Inside and Out, we can't reuse Day to Sea or anything like that. So the only maps remaining outside of Tropical Sacrifice is going to be Moondance and Stargazers, the 2 awkward maps. Oh boy.
The 2 night-related maps.
Yes. Oh boy.
Interesting how they're similar, huh?
Oh god. So yeah, we're just gonna be waiting for a little bit here. I just got notified that oh no, yeah, Maplez is here as well. Thank God.
Okay. Let's go.
Beautiful. Maplez was just in a ladder game, but now he is going to be coming out here. And again, he's one of the stronger Protosses in North America. But he's going up against one of the stronger Zergs in Latin America.
Yes, indeed. Erik did get some good results in the recent EPT seasons, so he's definitely a player to watch out for. And we will see how he will do in this ZVP, as it looks like we're going for ketchup and mustard.
Beautiful. Now I'm even more hungry. Now
You're welcome.
Oh god. Here we go. We're just making sure. Beautiful. Just making sure our players are ready for our series. And you can hear the beeps. We're getting into a PvZ. No more mirror matchups. We're done. Get him out of here.
I mean, we didn't have a ZVZ. It would only be fitting if our 3rd match was a ZVZ.
True. Erik versus Reaper would have been disgusting.
Oh, it would be beautiful. I would love it.
It'd be over in 5 minutes.
Look, ZVZ is my favorite.
Alright, here we go. The tiebreaker series. We're tied up 2-2.
I pressed something. Don't worry about it. I definitely didn't break my computer. And we are now on Tropical Sacrifice, looking at the base of the red Zerg player, representing Brazil and the CranKy Ducklings. It is Erik.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have our Canadian Protoss player. He is yellow, representing Team License to Kill LTK. It is Maplez.
Okay. Look, I got used to the fact that Erik does proxy hatch a lot, but I guess not this time.
Yeah, he did open up with a pool first opening. It was pool into gas, so very aggressive. With this early gas, he can either go into early roaches or very fast link speed into a Bane bust. We do, of course, see Maplez going for a probe scout, confirming it isn't hatch first. And now he goes into the main, and now he knows about the opener.
Indeed he does, and what is he gonna do to prepare for it? It looks like he does have that wall on the low ground in his natural. Not expanding quite yet.
Yeah. Again, he wants to keep an eye on things. He wants to keep this probe alive. He wants to go in and confirm whether or not there is going to be a roach warren, by the way. As again, we have continued gas production. Lings are coming out. Ling's going to be able to deal with this probe. And now Maplez is going to be a little bit in the dark as Erik does get Ling speed.
It looks like this drone is getting ready. Oh, the probe actually does go into the main, so he will see that link speed coming.
Yeah, this is honestly a pretty crucial scout, and this is a bit of a mistake from Erik. Again, he did allow the probe to survive, and now Maplez, he has that much more information to work with. He knows that it's going to be just Lings coming out across the map. He knows that he doesn't have to over-defend or anything like that. He is working on a second zealot, though, again, just making sure, and even a shield battery, and a second pylon. Oh my god.
Yeah, this wall is definitely prepared for the Ling attack, so I guess there will be no damage done here by Erik. But he is transitioning from there.
Yeah, he did invest in 8 Lings in the end, and again, he wasn't going all in. Thankfully, Maplez does cancel the shield battery, so he did, in a way, overreact, but it could have been worse. Oh boy.
Oh, the Zealots are moving out? The Adept is out now.
Yeah, I mean, now with these Zealots and with the Adept, Maplez can move out, and they are going to force Erik to respond. He has more Lings on the way. Oh,
and a Baneling Nest as well. He's just doubling down.
Yeah, he is doubling down. We do see full surround. The Adept is going to be cleaned up, and Erik is going for a Bane Bust.
He has not made a single drone since the first attack.
Oh, yeah.
There are no drones coming.
Oh god, 16 workers is all that he needed. We do see that, again, because the shield battery was cancelled, that means that this area is that much more vulnerable. We see a gateway being thrown down. Oh my god, the Overlord is going to fall, and this is going to supply block Erik.
Oh no. I mean, there is only... I will say the entrance of this wall is actually quite vulnerable to the Bane Bust, with only the units and the pylon blocking it. Yeah, that does look pretty bustable.
Yeah, but Maplez, he smells that something is amiss. He's going for a shield battery behind this. Erik doesn't have an Overlord, by the way, so what you see is what you get. He's going to be going in. He's going to try and bust on through. The pylon is vulnerable. It is going to go down.
Yeah, the Lings are trying to make the way, and now the Banes... Ooh, the shield battery actually helps the units, but the pylon falls down regardless, and now the Lings are in.
Yeah, the Lings are in, but the wall is a wall. Stalkers are all you need to plug that up. The Lings are going to be able to get a kill on this pylon, and they will force the delay, or this Oracle is just not going to come out.
Yeah, maybe even take the Stargate if he wants to, but I'm not sure if it's worth focusing on if there are tropes to kill.
Yeah, in the end, he's going to be able to back off. He gets another... Oh, he could force another kill here on this pylon again, delaying that Oracle for as long as possible. He wants to try and catch us around on those Stalkers if they're ever vulnerable, but for the time being, they're safe.
Yeah, and behind this, he is droning, so this is not the end of the build. He's not just going to go full all in, but hey, this delay on the Oracle is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. He's running up behind this. Erik is still behind, is what I will say. The Bane Bust ideally would have done a little bit more damage, and the Lings are being cleaned up. Maplez has defended, and that Oracle is going to be on the way.
Yeah, it will be on the way eventually, but at the very least, Erik does have the heads up that it is coming, and he should be able to prepare accordingly.
Yeah, again, like, he wanted to delay those spores for as long as possible. Like, he's behind economically, so he has to work with what he's got, and he has to cut as many corners as possible. Maplez did fully wall off, by the way. It looks like Maplez was afraid that the all-in was going to continue, so this will put him behind. He will have to kill one of his own gateways. That means that he's going to be very limited with how aggressive he can be himself. Oh.
Yeah, the spore is not quite ready, so this Oracle will get a few kills. Fortunately, the Queens are there to stop it. But still, three drones are falling down.
Yeah, 3 drones do end up falling. Erik is going for 2-base lair, by the way. He has a gas on the way as well. So from here, he can go into 2-base muta. It's not the most common build, but it can work here if it goes unscouted. Meanwhile, the Adepts are about to rock up, and I don't see any Lings, Kuro.
Yeah, all the Lings died on the other side of the map. There are just these Queens to defend the bases, and the Adepts will be able to get a full scout.
Not just a scout, but they're also going to get a lot of worker kills as well. 1 drone goes down almost a second as well. 12 Lings are on the way so far. A really nice defense from Erik, but here we go. The Oracles are getting into the natural base as well. The stasis trap goes down.
Yeah, and all the queens were in the main, so they were not defending the drones from the natural. 4 drones fall down in total, and now the links are there to defend, but still.
Yeah, the Adepts go into the main base as well. More drones are falling. So far, again, I'm really impressed with the defense here by Erik. He still loses 6 workers, but that could have been a lot worse.
I mean, there are still these oracles, and with the 2 of them, they are now one-shotting the drones. So in total, we have 9 drones dead.
Yeah, and this is a little bit disastrous here. Erik took all 4 of his gases, and he hasn't been able to mine any gas. He's now trying to restructure himself. He's working on +1 melee. Aspire is not what he needs because Maplez is going into Glaive Adepts.
Yeah, the glaives are almost done. The war priest is on the way, so there will be some warpings of the Glaive Adepts very soon. And Erik actually decides to go for Hydras.
Yeah, he's going to be going for Ling Hydra, which I think is going to be maybe a little bit of a better choice. Not the best, though, because ideally against Glaive Adepts, you want Banelings or Roaches to defend. Ling Hydra is vulnerable to Adepts, and the Adepts are coming.
Yeah, the Hydras are still pretty squishy units, and the Adepts, as you said, are already moving out. The war priest is gonna follow them as well, so there could be 2-prong attacks as well.
Yeah, this is finally
I'm not sure. Yeah.
This has finally been scouted, so now we see Lings on the way here for Erik. He had no idea. There we go. Banelings are now being morphed in as well. That Ling scout was pretty important. Now Erik is preparing himself, but is it too late?
Yeah, I am afraid it may be, as these Adepts are already shading in. They will catch these queens as well, so they won't be able to help in the defense. And even with the Banelings, the Adepts actually survive.
The Adepts survive. GG. Maplez is going to be able to take a lead here for Team License to Kill, taking game number 1.
Yes, indeed. So they are currently leading 3-2. And now everything will be decided. Will Erik be able to tie it up into 3-3? Or will Maplez finish the job and will LTK take it 4-2?
We'll see. We'll see. It is going to be Erik's short map choice. Again, a really good defense there by Maplez. It was really good scouting as well to figure out what was going on and preparing himself. Yeah, like the Bane bust didn't really do what it needed to for Erik, and it did put him behind as a result. He was trying to catch up, and he was trying to cut corners as well going into the lair. That was a risk, but he had to take a risk.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he was a little bit too committed to that Bane bus. Like, yeah, with how red the Maplez was, like, it wasn't gonna get anything done. But I guess he already had to do it, right?
Oh yeah, he had to do something in the end, and with that, Maplez does take that lead for LTK. As you were saying, Erik has to take this game. He has to win this map to go all the way to the ace match. For us to go to the ace match, to go all the way to game number 7. Is it possible? I think so.
No pressure.
No pressure, no pressure. As the map has been chosen.
I mean, to be fair, out of all the people, I feel like Erik is a pretty reliable ace, if you know what I mean. Like, generally, in these like high pressure situations, like, he's able to carry the team.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like Erik, when it comes to like stressful situations, nah, he's all about that. He thrives on that. Oh boy, we'll see if he can pull it off here.
He's a Zerg player.
He is a Zerg. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh boy.
Look, if you ever felt the thrill of like playing Ling Bane, like, I'm just saying. But we will find out soon enough, as we are now loaded in. So I broke everything. We are now loaded in to Moondance, and we are looking at the base, at the base of the yellow Protoss player, representing License to Kill and Canada. It is Maplez.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Moondance, we have the CranKy Duckling himself, El Kangaroo, as some people like to call him. Hailing from the land of Brazil, going for a 12 pool, it is Erik. What does Erik stand for, Kuro?
Hold on. I was gonna bring up that copy pasta, but hold on. Hold. I know there's a 12 pool. It's okay.
What does it stand for?
Do it.
What does it stand for?
As I'm scrolling up. Hold on, where was it? There you go. It means endurance, righteousness, intellect, kangaroo.
Beautiful, beautiful. Here we go. We're going to see a proxy hatch across the map as well. Erik was denied his natural base. Maplez is going to be scouting. Fun fact, Moondance has the shortest rush distance in the map pool. So if you're going to do something crazy, it's going to be on Moondance. Here we go. Hatchery has been thrown down and Lings are on the way. But a nice response by Maplez. He immediately throws down a forge.
Didn't we actually see Chocolate do this? Didn't he also like proxy hatch every game on Moondance?
I believe so. I mean, it's a good map to do it on. Don't get me wrong. The forge is on the way. With the power of the forge, we can throw down cannons, and cannons are exactly what you want to help defend. But again, the wall currently is not a wall. Zeld is going to come out in time. The Lings from Erik are about to rock up, and oh boy, we'll see if he can break through.
He's trying to get this gateway, which may happen, as this hatchery will definitely stop the cells for the time being. But with the cannons being put down, I'm not sure how much damage he can get.
The gateway is going to fall 100%. The cannon only just now started, and it's possible that the cannon may never finish. And this is the production of Maplez.
Oh yeah. I mean, the wall is still a wall, but now the Lings have access to all these probes and the Zealot. So Erik will try to surround them.
Yeah, exactly. The probes are going to be falling here left and right. The Zealot gets surrounded as well. There are 0 units left here for Maplez. The hatchery does finish, but we do have another cannon behind this. Another 2 cannons.
Yeah, and this one may actually finish as this gateway is falling down much slower. So this may not be ideal for Erik, but he still does have a lot of Lings on this side of the map.
Oh, he does. The cannon is so close, and it looks like it barely is going to finish. Boys were pulled, but the cannon does get focused down.
Yeah, fortunately for Maplez, the probes are pretty good at dealing with Zerglings, so a lot of them will fall down, but he will also suffer probe losses.
Oh god, he will. Lings are on the way, by the way. They're being reinforced here by the proxy hatchery. It looks like the cannon is going to go down to the queen in the end. And now no more cannons are going to be available here, so Maplez has to give up the natural. He's preparing at home in the main.
I need to learn this build.
Here
so
we go.
dirty.
The Lings and the Queens are focusing down the Cyber Core, of course, because of the creep. Nothing else can get thrown down. Erik thinks better of it. He's going to go into the main base. His cannon is exposed, so he's going to force more probes off the line.
Yeah, and the probes will hold the Lings for the time being, but it also means that they are stuck in this main base, and Maplez has to go for one base.
Yeah, and you know what's important is that everything here at the natural is exposed. It's all going to go down. Maplez very smartly throws down the Stargate before the Cybercore dies, but this was scouted by Erik. He knows, and he should be preparing because Erik has been droning up at home. He needs to throw down a Spore.
Oh yeah, that he does. Last time he at least had more queens at his bases, but this time he didn't have the time to make them, so it would be nice if he did throw down these spores in time.
It would be nice. Queens are on the way. The Lings do clean up everything here on the low ground. Maybe Erik is going to go in just to confirm. I believe he should be fully aware of the Stargate. Queens are on the way, but again, I still don't see a Spore.
Erik, please don't die to a lack of spore. That would be very sad.
I mean, he may force, he forces the Oracle to waste his Pulsar Beam here back at home. So Erik is getting away with being greedy.
Yeah, and because it attacked the Zerglings first, there's no way it has enough energy to kill a queen. And now it has to just stay at home.
Yeah, and I love this from Maplez. It looks like he wants to expand at the pocket base instead, which makes sense because creep is covering the natural, so Maplez does have the option to expand in a bit of a different direction, but the Lings are going to be coming in. There's still only 1 cannon to defend.
Yeah, I mean, those are slow Lings, so they're not the greatest at fighting here, but they are still quite a power, and actually this cannon is not in range of the shield battery, I believe, or barely.
Yeah, it looks like it was in range. The shield battery will keep it alive. The gateway will finish up. The gateway and the pylon does provide surface area, so the cannon cannot get surrounded. And with this, Maplez is now going to be moving out across the map, and Erik was still being greedy. He still doesn't have any spores. He's going to be relying on queens to defend against the double Oracle.
Yeah, I don't think the queens are quite enough, but I guess we will see how that works out as he's trying to transition into roaches instead.
Yeah, he's been droning up pretty heavily back at home, but again, that droning just means that's more kills here for the Oracles. 3 drones go down. Looks like almost a 4th, but not quite. 3 drones, still acceptable losses here for Erik. Meanwhile, Erik is also taking a 3rd behind this. Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately losing even more probes, or other drones. 10 already going down, 11 in total. And these Oracles didn't have a lot of energy.
Yeah, exactly. So very nice damage done by here by Maplez. Maplez almost evening up the worker count. Queens get thrown away as well as they're going to be going down. But doesn't matter because Erik, his creep, actually made it all the way here to the pocket. And we don't have any detection here to clean this up. So Maplez is stuck on one base.
Yeah, that would definitely be nice for Erik to have that economical lead. But, I mean, we say a lead, but these oracles are still lurking around and they may take down the whole mineral line.
Yeah, there's still no spore. Like, Erik is being so greedy right now.
Yes.
The oracles, they come back in and they're gonna get even more drone kills. Aye.
There are now 3 queens to be fair, but they're just not able to move fast enough because of the mineral line.
Yeah.
Now Erik is getting the spores.
He's finally forced to throw down some spores, not before losing 16 drones. An entire mineral line went down because of that greed. Erik is still well ahead in the economy, so it's still kind of okay. But he could have been in a much better position.
Yeah, definitely. I like how these probes actually have to move out on the map because there are no bases to take for them.
Yeah.
Like, look at the creep spread.
The triangular third and the linear third as well. Like, Maplez just can't expand. He's going to have to try and take a ninja base, but Erik is looking for ninja bases.
Yeah, I guess these probes are on quite a trip, and I think they're actually going to the other side of the map.
Yeah, he's going for a proxy. Dark Shrine was just thrown down, as well as charges on the way. So Maplez is committed to a one base all-in. We'll see if it's going to work here. It's really difficult to pull off one base all-ins, period, especially on Moondance. We're fully walled up here on 2 bases, but the Oracles are still putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, that they do. The Hydras should definitely help dealing with them, as they are very low on health at this point. But yeah, still getting a few drones here and there is definitely helpful for Maplez.
Yeah, again, like, Erik is only ahead a handful of drones in the end. Like, I say a handful, like 10 workers, I guess. But still, Maplez, I mean, because of the creep shred, Erik is forcing the all-in, and all he has to do is defend. He has spores for detection. He has a full wall-off as well. Maplez doesn't have a robo. He doesn't have a way to warp in inside the base, but he's going to have a lot of firepower. He's going to have 4 Void Rays. That's a lot of Void Rays.
That is a lot of Void Rays. I mean, that's why Erik did go for those Hydras, which should definitely help dealing with the Void Rays, if they can get in the right position.
Meanwhile, it looks like this probe here towards the bottom left was scouted, but Maplez has another probe towards the top right, so Maplez is planning to expand. He is planning to get a ninja base if he needs it.
Yeah, as the Oracles are once again diving in and actually killing the larva instead of the drones this time.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, Erik, his economy is still in a bit of a precarious situation. I still want to favor him against a one base all-in, but again, Maplez is setting himself up to expand, so like it's still a really weird game.
Yeah, it's like a waiting game. It's like, is it enough? Is it?
Oh.
Like, we find out.
And that was important. 3 overseers are on the way because Erik, he just saw the DTs.
Yeah, that he did. I mean, there is that wall, so the DTs won't be able to come in for a while, but actually Voiders are coming at the same time.
Yeah, nice target fire. They do get the spore in the end, but we have 3 overseers, so we have plenty of detection. The Void Rays are doing what they can, but again, against Hydras, they're not going to be enough.
Yeah, Erik actually holds this, but he has to be careful to not be pulled apart because the Voiders will rotate to the other bases.
Yeah, and they're going to try and focus down the 3rd base. Erik has to respond with his army. His wall is still a wall, and it looks like the 3rd base is going to be able to survive in the end. Oh boy, but this is still a pretty scary moment here as Maplez is trying to break in.
Yeah, and this wall is getting more and more hurt, so every time Erik has to rotate his army to the back, like, this wall is more and more vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. Maplez, it looks like he's going to be able to deny +2 range. The Evo Chamber is going to go down in the end. At the same time, Void Rays are going to dive on top of the 3rd, and they're going to get a kill here at that 3rd hatchery.
I mean, the attack at the front got repelled, so that is nice, but yeah, losing the hatchery definitely hurts Erik, and even supply blocks him.
Does supply block him in the end. Erik, he's going to be forced to go for like a 1 base all-in. I like how this hatchery is still alive, by the way. And he's actually making units. Crazy.
Yeah. Do you think that's intentional, or he just has a hotkey?
I think he just has a hotkey. The Hydra's is going to get picked off for free here. Erik does confirm that the army did turn around and go back home. And this could trigger Erik to counterattack. But that's a scary thing because it's basically going to force Erik like all in on 2 bases when he doesn't need to be. And there we go. Thankfully, he's expanding and taking a 3rd.
Yeah, that hatchery on the other side of the map will finally go down. But there's still a lot of creep, and Maplez will have to use the energy of these oracles if he wants to clean that up.
Yeah, there we go. A couple of revelations get thrown down in the end. Stasis trap as well to help defend. Like, the supplies are still very close. Especially the army supplies are very close here between our two players. And Erik is pushing out here. This is a very scary moment. He is avoiding that stasis trap. One of them at least. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there are two though. He has to be very careful. He almost touched it.
Oh. And he does almost touch it. The Void Rays are going to be activating their beam, but you know what? The Hydras are a little bit too much here, and it looks like Erik does take the fight. Oh. And he will tie it up 3-3.
Maplez danced his oracles as he was flying into the Hydra army. But what did I say? What did I say? In the high stress, high tension situations, you can count on Erik, okay? Like, he's not afraid. And he does bring the CranKy Ducklings to the day's match.
He does. We are now tied up 3-3. We are going all the way to game number 7, where we have one map remaining.
The most interesting of them all, I guess.
Oh boy.
Nobody wanted it.
Oh my god.
I assume you are talking to our ace player who has opinions about the map.
Things have happened. The map is gonna be Stargazers. That's the final map that we have here. Just letting Rocker know what's been going on. Oh my god. Alright. We made it, Papi. We made it. Who do we field? Who do we field, Kuro?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Because on one hand, I would say Erik, because as we saw, like, he does, like, you know, he like shows up in these like very clutch situations. But on the other side, Vindicta did smash his first match like 2-0, and like he looks in pretty good shape. He is the top of the NA ladder, like literally. So, you know, our options are pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be brutal.
No.
So we have confirmation here. Let me just switch our scenes over. The ace match will be on Stargazers, and it will be between Vindicta and Rocker.
Oh boy. Rocker, the captain of the team.
Oh yeah, he is the team captain here. It is the only two players that got 2-0s in their respective series. So it makes sense. It makes sense that they will come out for their respective teams. Oh boy, but I do worry because it's a best of one. It's a best of one on Stargazer.
Yep. Oh. And it's a TVP as well, so both sides have their own narratives about that. Because as we all know, depending who you ask, TVP is unwinnable or PVT is unwinnable. So, you know, pick your side, I guess.
Just asking Vindicta what he wants. You are playing versus Rocker. Okay. So the reason why I was laughing is because as I messaged Vindicta, he left his house. He's like, I just left to go to the store, Papi. But he turned around and he has come back home. He believed in us to win without the ace, but no, we need to go all the way here.
I just imagine him going out like on the street and be like, oh, my team is losing. I have to go. My people need me.
My people need me.
It's like already in the store, but like he's like picking stuff up. He just like drops it right there and just runs away. Yep.
Oh god. So I was a little bit worried that he wouldn't be a part of this, but no, he is going to be here in the end. Oh boy. And yeah, it's all gonna come down to this. It's all gonna come down to this. We should have had predictions at the start of the series, to be fair. That would have been fun. Maybe our channel would have been a little bit biased, to be fair.
Yeah.
We're going
Like,
over-
I mean, look, we're trying to be fairly like objective, but you know, it is the CranKy Ducklings channel. Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah. It is. I'm just catching up in the chat as well. Oh god, Logic was like, well, my god, I was so nervous. I was too, puppy. I was so nervous. Oh my god. I mean, shout out to Erik. You were talking about it. When it comes to like high tense situations, Erik is the man for the job. Like, he has no fear. He's done it before. He can do it again. So massive love and massive shout out to Erik for pulling that off. Again, also StarDuck as well. He did look good against Rak'Shir. We did see him go for his disruptor play earlier, and we saw how he was able to make up for being in a bit of a deficit. Oh boy, it's been a long road here to make it all the way to game number 7. But here we are, and...
Oh boy, this is the best of 1. Ah.
We're going in. We're going in!
Everybody, send your energy to Vindicta.
Oh boy.
The Ducklings can still make it.
Yes, yes. We can still make it. We can still make it to the playoffs. Let's go. We can do it. As we're loading in to the ace match between our team league match here. CranKy Ducklings versus License to Kill.
And we are now spawning at the top left of the map as we are looking at the base of the green Protoss player. Representing United States and License to Kill. It is Rak'Shir.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Stargazers, we have our ace player here for the CranKy Ducklings, hailing from the land of America. It is Vindicta.
I like what Steamer brought up in the chat. If it was Shelby's store, then they would understand.
True.
I don't think they live that close to each other, but hey, maybe I heard that Shelby was planning to move, so maybe he opened another one.
It's possible. They're close enough. Meanwhile, already a little bit of an interesting thing happening. Immediately, Vindicta started mining out that mineral patch there in his pocket base. As that happens, Rak'Shir gets into the main base, and he's gonna be able to throw down a pylon here as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely being very annoying straight from the start, and he should be able to scout the minerals are being mined, so he knows more or less what's going on.
Yeah, he knows that Vindicta wants to expand. He knows that he wants to take the pocket base as well, so Rak'Shir is here. I was kind of hoping that Rak'Shir would help him out and mine the mineral patch.
I was expecting Rak'Shir to mine the wall.
Yeah. In the
Because
end,
this base does have a back entrance.
it does have a back entrance. It does. At the same time, Rak'Shir's also across the map here looking to expand. He does take his Nexus, and Vindicta with his SCV Scout should be able to confirm that faster Nexus.
Yes, so we will be going into a macro game. No worries there. No fast cheese. I do think that Vindicta's base is quite an interesting spot, and I do wonder how this is gonna play out. We've seen a lot of oracles today, so we'll see.
We have. Oh, meanwhile, Vindicta with that hidden SCV is going to be able to get a bunker up and running here behind the natural base of Rak'Shir. So going to be very annoying. The bunker is going to finish. We do have a Stalker on the way. It's being chronoed out, but it's not going to be fast enough, and the Reaper is going to arrive.
Yeah, not its typical position hiding in the minerals, but still should be pretty useful nonetheless.
Exactly. You know, the Stalker's going to be able to chip away at this, but again, the Reaper has a nice hiding place here in the bunker, and it's going to be able to force a lot of lost mining time here. Rak'Shir's going to have to invest into a shield battery to deal with this bunker. Oh my god.
So there will be no mining for a while. Ooh. Are we doing it? Are we actually going for a gold base?
That would be crazy. And Rak'Shir does have a lot of minerals banked up. We'll see. Maybe he was just checking to see if the Terran was taking the gold or something. Or was,
No, I think he's taking it.
Oh my god, we'll see if he's gonna be that crazy here. I mean, it will make up for this lost mining time, to be fair. Shield battery is gonna be on the way, and Vindicta does confirm that. Meanwhile, a 1-1-1 opener here from Vindicta. Gonna be going for some aliens.
And Rocket does take the gold. I mean, look. Those are pretty good.
This is crazy. So a couple of things are going on right now. I don't know how I feel about this, but Rak'Shir is being insanely greedy. He's delaying his tech. He's delaying a lot by taking a very fast third Nexus. Vindicta has no idea, but because Vindicta is opening up aggressively with Hellions, he's gonna run past this. He's gonna get into the main, and he's gonna figure out that, hey, things are missing. Like, there should be a lot more going on here in the main base when the Hellions get in, and when the Reaper gets in even.
Yeah, the Reaper checks the whole main base, and he sees how many probes there are as well.
Yeah, he confirms the probe count. He confirms that the Twilight Council and the Forge are still on the way. The Hellions rock on in, and they're going to be able to roast up some of these probes.
Ooh, the shield battery definitely helps, but some of them did line up, so that was nice. But no huge damage here.
Say that before 5 probes go down and maybe a couple more behind this. Meanwhile, Vindicta, he's not stopping with the aggression. He's going for a Cloak Banshee.
Cloak Banshee? I think I saw some Widow Mines on the way as well. So yeah, just going for all forms of aggression.
The force field! They can't escape! They have to be recalled!
Some of them do get recalled, but that means there will be no more force fields, right?
Does mean no more force field. What's important though, they get recalled towards the gold base, and I have to wonder if Vindicta's going to be able to piece that together because his Hellion is here in the main. He saw the recall. He should recognize, put 2 and 2 together. They're missing. And yeah, he's scouting with the Widow Mines. He knows.
The Widow Mines are just waddling.
Yeah, the recall tipped him off.
I mean, I feel like the recall would make more sense if not for the fact that he did have the units in the main base, right?
No! Puppy! Check the gold!
Probably actually show him!
Check the gold!
No!
Ah!
Mick, please!
Papi, you saw the recall and you were in the main. You saw that they didn't get recalled to the main base. They had to go somewhere.
I mean, look, maybe he knows it, but like he just didn't see it. Okay, I'm sure he knows it.
I don't think he knows. The Banshees are getting ready to go into the main base here of Rak'Shir. Maybe he thinks the pocket base was taken instead. Because of this gold is going unhindered right now. Like, this is more than paying for itself. Rak'Shir, despite losing so many probes earlier, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he's there at the base of Vindicta to make sure that he stays at home for the time being. So getting a hallucinated scout as well. And yeah, he may just get away with this.
Yeah, he may get away with it. Meanwhile, the double Banshee is getting in. What's important is that even though Rak'Shir has the gold, like, he has sustained a lot of losses, and he's going to keep losing probes as well because of Vindicta's overall play. So, like, that is kind of like keeping things even in a way between our two players.
I mean, as you said, Rak'Shir had also to delay a lot of the tech.
Yeah.
So now these Banshees are cloaked and there is nothing to discover them. Now the Observer comes up, but it had a long way to come here.
Yeah, this is what I mean, like, because of the Widowmine harass, because of the Hellions, and because of these Banshees as well, Vindicta, another 10 probes going down. Like, even though the gold hasn't been scouted, like, it's still, like, this is just keeping Rak'Shir economically into the game. Vindicta, I'm worried that he may think he's further ahead than he is, so I'm worried that he may take a bit of an unnecessary risk. But, like, this aggression, nonetheless, this harassment has been really good.
Yeah, definitely. I am worried about him not scouting that bottom base, so...
Yeah,
I have a feeling he's not gonna find it until the end of the game.
He may never find it. We'll see, as Vindicta's going to be pushing out across the map here. What do we have at home to defend? Blink is done. Charge still only just started, so this push is pretty scary.
Yeah, that he is. There are some tanks, there are some Widow Mines as well. And yeah, as you said, the Rak'Shir's army does not look that big, but at least he will get a heads up as this Observer does scout it.
Yeah, the Observer sees the army. We see a scan here trying to find the army of Rak'Shir. Vindicta's about to rock up. And, oh my god, without charge, Vindicta, this is terrifying. He's already getting in position here. We have one shield battery, but yeah, Rak'Shir knows he cannot defend it.
Yeah, this base is completely forfeit as the Terran army just moves straight through it. It does dig in the Widow Mines, but I don't think they're gonna be very helpful here. The Banshees are taken down though.
Oh, the Banshees are being taken down, but you know what? Vindicta gets into the main base. What Rak'Shir's doing right now, he's buying time for Charge. Charge is going to finish up in 5 seconds. He needs a little bit more time, but even if he has it, the Widow Mines are in position.
Yeah, Vindicta has to just move away, and the Widow Mines should help. Ooh, a lot of friendly fire though.
Yeah, friendly fire, but he kites back towards the tanks, and in the end, he's going to be able to take this fight. There's not enough here to defend. Vindicta never scouted. He doesn't know about the gold. He doesn't need to know about the gold. No one tell him.
He should not look at the replay. Never.
Don't look at the replay, Papi. Don't look, because GG gets called, and Vindicta takes the ace match. He takes the series 4-1. The CranKy Ducklings win.
GG.
I pressed the wrong button at the end there. Hold on. There we go.
Mix does carry the CranKy Ducklings. The win in this series, in this versus a very difficult opponent, honestly.
Oh yeah. GG, well played. Congratulations. Thank you. Massive shout out to Miguelito Vindicta. Yeah, you see, he just told me. I didn't know he took the gold.
Look. Now Mix can actually go to the store in peace. He already got to the shower, I assume. Now he can go to the store as well, with a feeling of a job well done.
He's laughing right now. He's like, I saw the recall, but I thought it was a recall into the main, and he was like, oh my god, Rocket reacted so quickly to that. That was crazy. And I'm like, you had a Hellion in the main base, puppy. You would have seen it. And he's like, ah.
Look.
Oh my god.
As they say, he saw it, but did he see it?
Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations to Vindicta, StarDuck, and Erik together. We have been able to take down Team License to Kill, one of the stronger teams in our group, maybe the strongest team in our group, and maybe even one of the stronger teams in the entire tournament. So, GG, well played. That was a close one. That was a close one.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, with this win, I'm pretty sure we should be able to advance to the playoffs. So I guess we'll find out who's our opponent there.
True. I believe we have secured our spot in the playoffs. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the Wikipedia page. I don't know what position we're going to be in. It looks like we're going to be in maybe second place because in our group, because ePunks haven't lost their series. But did they play against Storm Gaming yet, actually?
I think they just did, like right before us. I think I saw a score being reported.
Oh.
Yeah, ePunks versus Storm 4-2.
Okay, so that means ePunks comes out of our group in first place, and we come in second place. So it's a pretty good placing with all these teams. With the loss here for License to Kill, my condolences. I believe LTK doesn't make it to the playoffs. I think it's going to be ePunks, the Ducklings, and Storm Gaming. In that order.
Yes,
1, 2,
indeed.
3. Oh. GG. Meanwhile, that's us in Group A. 3 other teams are going to come out of Group B. We don't really know which teams they're going to be, but Platinum Heroes is definitely going to be coming out for sure. And we should go up against, if we're coming in second, do we go up against team, I guess, second place from Group B? I guess that would make sense.
I am not sure exactly how the seeding works.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look at the brackets. Okay. So the second place of Group A goes against third in Group B.
Ah, okay. So we're going to go up against third place in Group B. That's going to be either Hokago T team, which just lost to Team Super, actually. So I don't think it may be Team Super or Berserker Esports. We don't have confirmation, but that is going to be next week. Next week, we're going to be a part of the playoffs here for Rak'Shir Team League, and we're going to be going up against, most likely, one of the European teams. Oh boy, so we're going to be at a bit of a ping disadvantage, but at the same time, it's going to be amazing, and I hope everyone in the chat is going to be a part of that as well. Oh boy, we want to go all the way. We want to go all the way.
I mean, I have a lot of confidence in these players. Like, look, we've seen what Vindicta can do. We've seen what Erik can do. We've seen what StarDuck can do when he's not awake until 6 a.m. playing arcade.
Yeah, we've seen what Ryu can do as well. You know, he can
Yeah.
always be a part of this as well if he is available. No, he hasn't been available this past week. He was here last time, so we could see him come out as well. And yeah, if we really need him, we can whip out Asher. You know, he can Asher
Yeah,
can
just
come
bring
out.
Asher. He's gonna destroy all of them.
Yeah, they won't know what the hell's happening.
That's the point. He's our secret weapon. They do not know.
Oh, good. Yeah, GG, well played. So yeah, I hope everyone in the chat enjoyed themselves here. Again, a very close series. I did see some of the LTK boys in the chat. I saw Sagan in the chat. I believe Rocker was there as well. And again, like a shout out to LTK because they're a great team and they're a pretty dominant team as well. They didn't hold back with their lineup this week. And GG.
Yeah, I mean this was definitely a very very close match, and it could have gone either way. So yeah, definitely GG's to LTK.
Yeah, GG's. I know that LTK, they are competing in a different team league right now. They're competing in their own sponsored team league, so like they have other things to focus on. And if you are fans of Team LTK, I'm sure there's plenty to cheer on for them, as they are, I believe, still playing in the LTK Invitational. But yeah, with that, we are done here for the day. God, what a series, Kuro. What a series.
What a series indeed. Definitely one that keeps you on the edge of your seat. In the last moment, we did not know who's gonna make it.
Oh yeah. Oh god, again, Vindicta, he never saw the gold base. He never saw the gold. Maplez almost one based Erik, but Erik with the 12 pool, like proxy hatch into creep all over the place. Oh my god, there was so many good moments. Wind it all back to the second game of the night when Vindicta went BC. He went mass BC Viking against Binski.
Yeah,
on Data C.
And then he hit that starboard as well.
Yeah, and then he hit the second. He hit the second starboard. He went triple starboard in the TBT. It's crazy. So, again, I highly recommend tuning into the VODs. A lot of really amazing series here tonight. And I'm sure everyone would enjoy themselves if they were to tune into those VODs. With that, again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Again, this is the Rak'Shir Team League. We have made it to the playoffs, and that will continue next week. So be sure to be there whenever we have our match.
Yes, we will definitely be posting about it, and we will try our best to cast it live as well.
Oh yeah, we've been able to cast all of them live so far, and we'll do our best to continue. With that, Kuro, who are you, by the way? Who is this casting jersey?
Hey, who are you? Why have you been speaking for the past 2 hours?
Why are you here?
Well, I am Kuro, and I am one of the co-founders of the CranKy Ducklings, together with Light. And most of the time you can see me on CranKy Ducklings, as I'm doing a lot of the behind-the-scenes works. I don't cast as much, although I have been appearing a lot more lately, but usually I do all the brackets, all the overlays, all the technical stuff. So you can typically see me there. Other than that, follow StarCraft Esport, follow SC2 Birthdays, check out StarCraft 2 Events, which is a Discord server. What else? Check out the sign-up list, and many other stuff that I'm somewhat involved in. And you will definitely be notified about that if you do join our Discord. That's where most of our stuff happens.
Yeah, check out our Discord server. We have a lot of projects that we are working on, myself and Kuro, so yeah, maybe check them out and try and support them if you're interested. Meanwhile, I'm of course Light_VIP. I stream throughout the week on my own personal channel. I'm going to be streaming in less than 24 hours as well. Just some ladder sessions, just chilling out, having some fun, enjoying myself, and hopefully you enjoy the streams as well. If you're interested in my personal content, again, Light VIP. But if you want to support us, the CranKy Ducklings, check us out on social media. CranKy Ducklings, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Discord as well. We have our Discord server. We have a Patreon if you want to support us. And all the monetary support that we get on Patreon and on Twitch, it goes towards our team and our tournaments. Our team, like these players here, we do pay Vindicta, Erik, and StarDuck their own salaries, and we're able to support them and their their love and want to compete in StarCraft and dedicate as much time as they can to StarCraft as well. Some more than others, to be fair. And we don't have the biggest team, but you know, if we get enough support, we would love to grow the team. You know, we've had our eyes on certain players. You know, if we ever get like a like surge of income or something, like we do plan on expanding one day, but we're pretty happy with our team for the time being. We're pretty like close knit, relatively small, but the quality is there.
Yes, definitely.
As you can see.
So make sure to follow us along as we do support these players, and we throw our own tournaments as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for the support, for watching, for being a part of all of this. And yeah, our next broadcast, I believe, is going to be in a couple of days. It's going to be Sparkling Tuna Cup, our weekly tournament that, again, we do run and we do sponsor ourselves. With the help of OSC, to be fair. And yeah, they do help out. Credit where credit is due. And
I mean, so do the Twitch subscribers and patrons.
Yeah, true. You're not wrong. So that's going to be Wednesday afternoon for the land of Australia. It is going to be like Wednesday morning for Europe and Tuesday nights for North America. So yeah, Sparkling Tuna Cup, that's going to be our next tournament. Be sure to be there if you want some more amazing StarCraft.
We will see you there.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.